What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing a new updated Season 4 Marvel Rivals tier list. How has the meta shaken out? Has everyone figured out how to play Angela yet? Is she actually broken? Tune in to find out. I like to start my tier lists up at the top, usually kind of work my way down to the slop. And who's still at the top? Dun, 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 dun. Luna Snow. I've seen people put Luna Snow kind of lower in tier list for some reason. She's in every game. She's still just the best support. A stun. Can heal herself. 10 seconds of invincibility for the whole team. Just a real fun character to play against. Speaking of real fun character to play against, the Hela. I've seen a lot of Hela sleep. I've looking at tier lists where Hela's like down in the B tier or the C tier. I don't know what kind of crack those guys are smoking, but it's not the good kind because Hela is still broken OP. I hate playing against her. Another broken OP character I'm going to put is the Phoenix. I think Phoenix is actually a little better than Hela even right now. Just a monster. She's basically just Hela with more pizzazz. Point click, you win. Just a point click and win kind of character. Last up in the broken OP tier, I'm going to put the Emma Frost. I find the Emma Frost to be a little overbearing, a little overwhelming. Kind of shuts down every other tank. Half of the duelist class. Kind of just cooks everybody. If I'm being honest, just a chef. Chef Emma is in, and she's cooking everybody. Last up in a broken OP tier, I think I'm gonna put the Human Torch. Put old Torchy Boy up here in the broken OP category. The current meta right now, I'll give you guys an inside scoop, is 3 tanks, Human Torch, 2 healers. It's absolutely abominable. It's an abomination, a crime against God himself. And yeah, it's really good, so get it while you can. Alright. That's looking pretty good. I might even put Wolverine up here just because he's still just such a monster. Still just a beast. Wolverine just can kind of grab a game by the cojones and yank it around. So I am going to put Wolverine into the broken category as well. Alright, we've done kind of the top of the line. I'm going to go for the bottom of the line next. And, you know, for a shimmering moment, I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe Moon Knight's not the worst character in the game anymore. Oh, how wrong I was. He's still terrible. Everyone that plays him's still terrible. Comment down below if you play him. You're terrible. Please play him on the enemy team. I would be overjoyed. But if you're on my team, you gotta swap, dog. Put the Moon Knight down. Come on, brother. Moon Knight, still, I think, the worst character in the game. Comment down below if you agree or disagree. Scarlet Witch, I think she's also kind of bad, but I've been seeing her kind of pop off a little bit more. The new ultimate is definitely an improvement. Being able to be healed in your shadow cloak travel thing is definitely an improvement. I don't think she's horrible anymore. Still think she's pretty bad. The Widow? I think Widow is just simply too hard to play for like 99% of the player base. She usually loses. She's got one of the lowest win rates. Yeah, sometimes she'll hit you with like the kick, stun, one-shot bullshit combo, but then you usually just end up winning the game anyways. Seems to be pretty weak in my eyes. On the weaker side of things. Another character that just seems like kind of weak and gets rolled over is going to be the Adam Warlock. I think maybe this is like a high rank demon, I guess, because down here in the average ranks, just the regular Joes, you know, your bronze to Grandmaster 99% of the player base bulk. Adam just ain't really cutting it a lot of the time. Kind of just gets dumpstered and crumpstered on. Just the dumpster crumpster. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Moving up to the S tier now. I got a couple characters I want to put in here. I'll put the Cloak and the Mantis up here. Been seeing a lot of Mantis recently. Every time I feel like playing Groot, I hit the request team up Mantis button, and 99% of the time somebody plays Mantis. I don't know what it is about the Mantis players, but they're just simply some of the best human beings to ever live. The inverse of Moon Knight players. Moon Knight players insta-lock Moon Knight without even seeing the enemy team has 4 flyers. Refuse to swap, feed, and lose. Mantis players, benevolent joys to the world, will gladly help their team to win. See a need, fill a need, just benevolent players all around. Doesn't even matter if they're good or bad, I love them. Mantis players, thumbs up. Moon Knight players, hope a plane crashes in your general vicinity. Alright, next up, I think this is going to be an insane moment here on the channel. I think Jeff is S tier now. Is that crazy? Am I smoking on some sort of rock substance? Been seeing so much Jeff. He's always getting value. He's usually MVP. The triple tank Jeff combo is diabolical. You get 3 tanks and put a Jeff behind him. It just wins most of the time. As a Jeff main myself and a tank connoisseur, I see the fabric of reality. I think Jeff might be an S tier candidate. S tier candidate. Next up, it's the Hulk and Namor. They're still just cranking 90s and destroying. This team up is just despicable. It's just a foul crime against humanity. Magneto up next. I'm actually going to put Magneto at the top of S tier. I think besides Emma, he's the next best tank still. In the S tier. I want to put Groot in the S tier. The Groot Mantis is just so overpowering. But Groot does have his fair bit of counters. If they're flying or if they're playing Wolverine, kind of gets dumpstered on a bit. So I think I'm gonna drop him down just to the top of the A tier. My last tier list early prediction, I was kind of dunking on the Punisher. I see the Punisher's value. He pulls in the triple tank comp. Punisher pulls out a shotgun. He can kind of just melt some tanks down. That's got some value in my eyes. I'm giving him at least like an A or a B tier for that. He is still super easy to pull up on. I feel like if you see a Punisher, you can just say like, oh, there's Punisher, let's get him, and sick 'em boys, and then everyone starts snapping like Italian mob members and like walking over to him, and he's pretty much cooked every time. Loki, I've been seeing Loki really fall down the ranks. I don't think he's broken anymore. I don't think he's S tier anymore. He's kind of in the Groot tier of just like strong, overbearing, but his healing took a fat nerf. His damage took an enormous nerf. They like chopped his damage in half, basically. He ain't really cooking like he used to be. The immortality rune is still cracked, but I just haven't really been seeing Loki pop off. I haven't seen a Loki MVP since all the nerfs. He's really just not cutting it. He's still very good, just not as overpowering as he once was. Next up, Bucky. I'm actually moving Bucky up into the broken OP tier. Stopping all movement abilities with his punch is just so strong. Bucky hooks you and punches you, you're dying. You're dying. And that hook's on like a 10-second cooldown, if that, so he's just getting killed every 10 seconds. Yeesh. Next up, the Panther. I do still think the Panther's a menace, however, I've seen a lot less and less of the Panthers. Panther's kind of like the ultimate Smurf character. Like, if you're just better than everyone else in the lobby, you can go Panther and just roll them. We played against an account that was just called I'm Smurfing, and they were playing Panther until we started picking Panther counters like Ultron and a bunch of flyers and stuff. And then they just swapped to Hela and just dominated us and destroyed us. So I do think Hela's better than Panther. But Panther can still roll a lobby. He just kind of has his counters. I might even drop him down to the A tier just because, like, the S tiers don't, like, they have sort of counters, sure. But the A tiers have, like, definite counters. Like, you pick this and there's not much they can do against you, kind of feel. Captain America up next. I think also Captain is a strong character, but I honestly, controversial hot take, I think Angela does it better. I think Angela's just a better captain. I'm moving her up to the A tier. I might be moving Captain. No, I think Captain's still an A tier as well, just kind of a little lower. His support ultimate is just so cracked. You get 3 supports and a captain. That's 4 support ultimates. How are you losing any fights with 4 support ultimates? He just ain't losing those. Support ults are the best in the game. But Angela seems to be pretty good. People figuring her out. You can kind of fly behind their tank and spear them into your team. Works pretty well. She clacked all the flyers. She'll pull up on Ultron and destroy him. Ultron, I'm going to give an S tier, a high S tier even. People are sleeping on Ultron. He's absolutely cracked. I think some of you are wisening up. You're being like, oh, Ultron's good. I was seeing so much Ultron slander. Everyone calling him the worst support in the game. Blasphemous lies. I think he's one of the best. Next up here, Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange might be a low S tier demon. You definitely, Magneto's a little bit better. I would think I would even rather have a Hulk. But Doctor, that portal is just so good. The Eye of Agamotto's good. His shield is insane. He's hard to kill. He's relatively safe. He can just like fly up in the air, put up a shield. I think the Doctor is very strong right now. I'm going to give him a low S tier. Next up, Hawkeye. I feel like Hawkeye's kind of right in the middle, where if he's cracked, he's carrying the game. If he's not, he's kind of mid. Kind of can swing both ways. Iron Fist. I'm actually going to put Iron Fist into the A tier. I think people are sleeping on Iron Fist a lot. You don't see him too much. But he's kind of tanky. He kind of fits right into the triple tank brawler bruisery meta. Can heal himself. The Luna team up, he can heal others, although that team up is kind of ass in my opinion. But Iron Fist is just a constant nuisance. He's like almost, a good Iron Fist is almost impossible to kill. You can just heal him, you can just block invincibility, heal himself up and run away. Iron Man, still strong pick, but no longer kind of the S tier demon he was. I think he's just like a strong A tier right now. Magic might actually be an S tier demon. I think I'm going to put Magic right up here next to the Namor. Magic kind of cooks in the triple tank comps. She can duel most of the tanks pretty well. She can one-shot supports. She's kind of hard to lock down. I'm seeing Magic kind of just run away with games a lot of the time. Penny Parker, you know, we're getting a lot of S tiers up here that just keep buffing and buffing and buffing characters. I'm giving Penny the S tier. She just destroys every melee character. Like, if they have a magic, just go Penny. She destroys Hulk. She destroys Wolverine, kind of. Captain America is crushed by her. Every melee character just gets ruined by Penny. You know, she does have her fair share of counters too. You can just kind of fly in the air, but I think I'm going to give Penny an S tier. She just is a menace. Just a Penny menace, especially with that rocket team up. It's just like, bruh. Next up, Psylocke. Psylocke, you know, has been notoriously broken, but she's kind of falling down the ranks for me. I think I'm going to give her an A tier, kind of similar to the Panther and the Iron Fist. Most of the Psylocks I see are just horrible. I don't know what it is. Occasionally, like, an enemy Psylocke is just going nuts, but most of the time Psylocke's just doing the bare minimum and just kind of there, and her ultimate is kind of ass, if I'm being honest. I feel like the Psylocke ult is one of the worst ults in the game. Hot take, perhaps, but I'd put Psylocke ult like bottom 5 ultimates. Not the best, but still pretty strong. I'm actually gonna move her down a little bit. I'm just not getting much problems from the Psylocke. But I know she can be good. Crazy even, I think I'm putting her in B tier. Next up, Rocket Raccoon. Rocket is a tricky one because he gets absolutely dumpstered by Phoenix, who is like perhaps the best character in the game right now. But also in the low sloppers, he's just so valuable. In the triple tank comps, he's just constant healing. The Gator comp, go all 5 tanks and 1 rocket. Pretty good. I think I'm giving Rocket like a low A or a high B. I do think he's one of the worst supports right now, but he really shines in the triple tank comp. Like a Rocket and a Jeff is just so much safe healing that's like, they're hard to lock down, they're hard to dive. I'm giving Rocket an A tier. Next up, Spider-Man. I haven't been seeing as much Spider-Man recently. Although, when you do see them, they're usually just destroying everyone's soul and will to live. I think I'm gonna give Spider-Man an A tier as well. Kind of just in the flank category of like, they can go crazy and carry a game, but not all the time. Next up, Squirrel Girl. I think Squirrel Girl's still very good. No longer the S tier demon she was, but I do think she's a strong A tier contender. Next up, Star-Lord. I'm going to put Star-Lord kind of next to Psylocke, where, like, they can pop off, but I think a lot of the time they're kind of just there, and, like, Star-Lord has a good ult. Sure, he can get some kills with that, usually, but, like, the rest of the time, he's... you know what? No, I'll give Star-Lord an A tier. I've been sleeping on him a little bit. I've run into some good Star-Lords. They can be annoying. If you're on, like, a flying character, Star-Lord's just pestering you. It can be a hassle. Storm, I think I'm giving her the B tier. She's just too easy to kill, I think. She's just kind of like a slow-moving blimp in the sky. Any damage worth their salt can kind of take her out. But she's still good. She still has that thing on her. I'm actually going to move, I think, some characters down a little bit. Move them down a little bit. I think Storm is very good, but not quite making the cut of the A tiers. Next up, Thor. I think Thor's kind of in a similar boat to where, like, he can be a beast, but a lot of the time he's kind of just there, seems like, and, like, doing okay. Next up, Venom. I've been sleeping on Venom. I've been steady in putting him in the lower tiers. I think the problem is he's so hard to play. And on the controller, you really have to rebind all of his buttons. But Venom is cracked. The Venom Jeff combo is absolutely insane right now. I think Venom is like one of the better tanks. You just don't see it much. He's rarely picked. But he can just be like an unstoppable monster a lot of the time. Next up, another unstoppable monster, Mr. Fantastic. I see a lot of Fantastic slander putting him in the D tier with Moon Knight and Scarlet. I just don't think that's true. I think he's a strong A tier pick. He has his place. He can really shut down some flyers. He can really shut down some flanks. Good character, strong, reliable, liking the Fantastic. Next up, Invisible Woman. I think Invisible Woman is actually really good right now. Tempted to put her in the S tier, but I think she's getting a strong A from me. Strong A. The team up with the Torch is just so valuable. Torch is one of the best damages right now. Giving him the extra shield. Being able to put a shield on anyone, especially in the sky. So good. She's good with the triple tank, because you can kind of get behind a couple of your tanks and just heal all of them at once. Just incredible amounts of health. Her ult got buffed. It's really good now. A tier. Next up, the Thing. The Thing I kind of see... the Thing just has a lot of counters, it seems like. He can make it... You can definitely make do with the Thing. You can make it work. But I feel like the Thing and the Thor are two of the weaker tanks right now. Thing can still clobber though. You can definitely carry games. Be's still good. This is like the best, most broken. These ones are very good. These characters are all good. These characters are like still good. These ones are kind of meh, and then Moon Knight's just a throw. Last up, Blade. Where do I put Blade? I think Blade's kind of a... I'm gonna give Blade a A tier. I'm doing it and a moving thing up here. A tier's looking big and beefy, but honestly, I think both these characters are still very good. They just put in work. The Blade, once he kind of gets going, he really shines, especially in the triple tank meta. You can just like, he seems unkillable some of the time, and just he starts revving up them fryers, and he's spinning to win. I think that's it. I think that's the Season 4 tier list. Looking pretty good. I guess I'll do some shuffling. Honestly, I like Rocket. I think he's good. Move him up a little bit. Iron Man, he's not really cooking as much as he used to. Star-Lord, I'll move him up a little bit. I feel like Star-Lord and Spider-Man feeling pretty similar. Maybe Blade, put him at like the... around here. Yeah, most of the characters are in a strong spot. I think A tier is very strong. Strong. Very strong. That's the tier list. Moon Knight's still bad. I hate him on my team. I just hate him. I actually heard for the first time in a while one of my randoms on the voice chat crashing out over our Moon Knight that we had. He was just doing terrible. He sounded exactly like me. He's just like, why are you playing Moon Knight against 4 flyers? You're 0-4. You're literally useless, worthless waste of space. Sounded just like me. Brought a tear to my eye. I love to hear it. Keep up the Moon Knight hates. Thanks for watching. Comment down below, what do you think? Am I smoking crack on my tier list, or is it pretty accurate? I feel like this is a pretty good tier list. I feel like this is a pretty good tier list. I could even move Thor up a little bit to the top of B. Move Punisher up a little bit. This is the list. What do you guys think? I feel like it's pretty good. Angela, I do think, is strong right now. I think she's a strong pick. Yeah, comment down below. What would you change? What would you shift? Am I crazy? Am I cool? Do I see the truth? Or do I see on the lies being fed to me? Comment down below. See you next time.